hanging out with Chad Homan here. 9 wins. One was actually a super late model.
Yes.
Was that a first?
That was the first. Up in Canada, they had an open show. Yeah, got the job done. It was fun.
Nice.
Good to do that.
And tell me, from a financial standpoint, you actually did all right too.
Yeah, we've been fortunate the last few years to kind of almost break even doing this deal, and it's been a good ride. Hopefully, it keeps up.
That's amazing because most people can't say that.
Well, it's like I say, been fortunate, picking and choosing our races. You know what I mean? And been successful. So,
Okay.
yeah.
9 wins. Were we down? Were we running against different competition? Were we more consistent?
We had a few interesting parts failures and stuff like that shouldn't have happened, but you'll have stuff that just randomly breaks, and a couple lap cars spun out in front of us, but we had 9, no complaints about that. That's normally a good year for anybody, and I think we gave 5-6 away. So
okay.
We were in the hunt every week, no complaints.
We're in Jim Bernheisel's booth, the Laser Chassis. Still running Laser Chassis?
Yeah, Laser's been, and Bernheis have been so good to me over the years, and happy to help them when I can this weekend, just talking to people and getting their name out there, getting their cars out there, and it's been a good ride with them.
Hey, Jim went over that car. They got the sides off it. Man, when I looked at that thing, it couldn't be more different than what you ran before, could it?
Absolutely, yeah. We've had our car here the last few years with the full body on and everything, and we've had a lot of compliments this year of like, with the body off, people are like, we didn't know there was so much stuff on the hood of those things. But yeah, it's been quite a learning curve it's been 8 years now. We've been doing the late model gig, and glad that I was able to learn a lot, and we've been applying that. So I would love to, I don't want to own a modified again. I'd love to try one now. They're on coils and see how similar they really are to these late models now. But maybe one day.
I talked to Demetrius Drelos, and he said, because he does both, he says the late models help them become a better modified driver. Can you see that?
I believe it. Like I say, what I've had to learn for this modified or late model thing. I wish I knew. Hindsight's 20/20 and everything. But I wish I knew some of the stuff that we were forced to learn to make these things go. I wish I knew that back then. We might have been a little more successful in the modified. But Demetrius, he hit the ground running in the late model. He's been fast right out the box.
He picked it up seemingly pretty quick when you get down to it. So is it more the way they drive or setup that's similar now?
On the coils, I think in the bump stops and stuff like that, I think they're probably going to drive. Like I said, I don't know, but I think they're going to drive more similar than what they were before on the bars.
Okay.
Like I said, without trying, I don't know, but you have to learn so much about shocks and springs and bumps and loads and stuff on these cars that now you can apply to the modifieds.
Okay, all right. What are we thinking about for next year? Might we do more super stuff?
Some more super stuff. Might be maybe going on the tour, the Rush tour. That might be something to change up our program a little bit instead of getting stuck in the weekly grind kind of thing. We might branch out, do some of that stuff, do some super stuff. Maybe try to even hit a World Outlaw late model race, see if we can get ourselves in the show. One of those things. We're finding that the super late model bar is pretty high.
I would imagine.
We're having fun trying to learn it.
Yeah, because they're nationwide. It's not just around here. It's a different deal, right?
As much as we went with the crate car, I thought we'd be right out of the box successful with the super, and that's definitely
didn't
not
work
the
that
case,
way.
So,
Okay.
But it's fun to learning that next step now. So we're having good fun with it.
We're going to squash a rumor that I started a minute or two ago. I saw you at the Bicknell booth. You weren't thinking about buying anything?
No, not yet. No.
Oh, not yet, you said?
No,
I'm a reporter. I have to.
Who knows?
You would, no, never.
If I won, you never say never. If I won the lottery or something. But still really good friends with all the Bicknell guys. They were great to me over the years we did that. And love to say hi to those guys when they're
okay. But if I see your name and you win one of those big $380 million Powerball lotteries, we'll have one of everything, basically, right?
Probably, most likely. There's a few modified races that I miss. The Outlaw 200 there, one of my favorite races, and I've never, haven't been to Oswego on a dirt week. So there's a few I'd like to do, but the thing is, if you're going to do it, you can't just do 3.
No,
you won't be.
You can't do 2 races and then go to a big one. So.
So in a perfect world, if you win a lottery, we'll try it. But other than that, we're pretty committed to late model stuff and having fun doing it.
Good to see you again.
Yes,
all right. And, Chad Homan, remember way back in the day with his late model, it was stock car first, wasn't it?
Stocks,
Pro stocks, and then modified, sportsman then modified at Canandaigua. So good to see you. I'm glad things are going well.
Sounds good.